What's up guys, welcome here. Thank you for joining me today on my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you guys some postpartum essentials. So for me, it did take about 2 weeks for me to feel like I was pretty much healed, where I would walk and it wouldn't hurt or anything. I know for some people it's longer, so I hope it's not very long for you. Yeah, those first 2 weeks were hard, and I feel like after you come out of it, you kind of forget the things that you needed and used and loved then. So I wrote them all down so that I could share them with you, and hopefully this helps you guys be a little bit more prepared. So first, with another region section, this area, prime action spot for the birthing of the baby. There was a few things that I really used and enjoyed, and first off was this little Perry bottle contraption. They did give me one at the hospital, but it was more like a ketchup bottle type thing, and I totally would have used that, but I left it there. I was like so sad when I got home because this was like so useful in the beginning because it hurts to wipe with toilet paper or just even wipes in general. So all you do is just fill this with like warm water, lukewarm water, whatever you want. You can even do cold, and then you just kind of, and it just cleans you out when you just go to the restroom, and it feels super nice too. So I would like take this in the shower and just kind of like clean it out, because in the beginning there's still like a lot of like blood clots and all that kind of stuff. So this just kind of like helped clear it all, and it feels so good. The next item is some Tucks. Whoa, that was close. They did give me some from the hospital, but I ran out quickly because I use these all the time. Hopefully you don't, but I got a lot of hemorrhoids, and they're really painful, especially when you go number 2. So these were really helpful, and I honestly still use them. The next thing is to stock up on some good Maxi Pads. The hospital did give me like those super heavy duty giant pads and like diaper type things and like mesh underwear, which were amazing. Side note, you should ask for more when you leave the hospital. If you're giving birth in the hospital, just say, hey, can I get some more whatever, you know, that you think you may need, and they'll like stock you up. So I was glad that I did that because I used those for like a solid 2 weeks by what they gave me extra. But I did a couple times have to go to the store and get some more pads because, again, you do bleed for maybe around 6 weeks or something. You will be using pads, so be sure to get some of these. The next thing that was super helpful for the nether regions was this Earth Mama Herbal Perennial Spray. It has witch hazel, cucumber, and some other good things. So it just feels like really soothing, and it kind of just like almost like adds like a little bit of a good scent too, if that makes sense. Like you just kind of feel more clean. So you can also put this in the refrigerator, and it's kind of more like a cooling spray too, which is really nice. So highly recommend something like this. Another thing are these perennial cooling pads from Frida Mom. I was about to say Frida Mama. And they're just like witch hazel, but the Tucks also have witch hazel, so you can use those for the front too. But I found that these were really helpful to kind of just like line in your pad, and they just feel really cooling, because in the beginning, like any kind of cooling thing just feels really good because you're just kind of still like in a lot of pain. It's just really uncomfortable. So these are really helpful. I did make some of my own pads with like aloe vera, and you can put witch hazel on there too, but I ended up not using them because they were just like too cold for some reason. The hospital gave me these like one ice pack kind of things that you would just like crush, and those I used the whole time. I didn't end up even using any of those pads that I made. They work for some people, but I just didn't use them. The last thing that I got that first week was some stool softeners. This is a little bit TMI. I still take these because it still is really painful with the hemorrhoids that you get from pushing out a baby. Sometimes when you pass a poo, it just hurts. So I take these about every day, every other day, and honestly it helps so much. So this is like the last thing I would recommend for like the nether region area. Now moving on to this region. If you are breastfeeding, it is very challenging in the first 2 weeks, first month. A lot of reasons why it is challenging. 1, you're very sore. They haven't gotten that much suction before. So they're just extremely sore. I remember like even putting clothes on was like painful. And I actually got mastitis, which really sucked because my baby was only latching on one side in the beginning. And so the other side like wasn't draining. I was just using the Haka on that side. And then I ended up getting mastitis, which if you didn't know, it's basically like clogged milk ducts because your milk isn't getting out enough. And so it causes like an infection, and the symptoms are like flu-like symptoms. So I remember one day I woke up and I was like, I literally laid in bed all day. Like I didn't get up maybe twice to use the restroom, and that was it. And I had to take care of a baby too, so not fun at all. But thankfully I was able to get some medication quickly and it went away within a day. But I know it is very painful. It is very hard in the beginning, but I'm here to tell you, I promise it gets better. I was really honestly wanting to quit breastfeeding those first like 2 weeks, and I knew that if I quit I would regret it because I've always wanted to breastfeed, and especially my goal was like I want to breastfeed for at least a year, and I knew that I would regret it if I didn't push through. And so thankfully I had a lactation consultant with our hospital, and they were like met me on Zoom, they messaged me multiple times, they called me, they were so nice. And if I didn't have that, I honestly probably would have quit because I was just like, it's so painful. And she's like, I know, I've been there. Your baby's getting used to it. You're getting used to it. Breastfeeding is very hard in the beginning. So hopefully these things help you. There's really no getting around like the pain, I would say, but these are just more like aids. So the first thing is Nipple Butter. I like this one from Earth Mama. The first like honestly month, I would use this after every single time my baby ate and just like lather it on there. And it felt so good. I just feel like they're just so cracked and sore, so this helps so much. It just adds like an extra moisture, and I like that this one you don't have to like wash it off before your baby eats again. They can just eat it, and my baby didn't have a problem with like not liking the taste or whatever. He was totally fine. I don't even think he noticed that I had this on, so this is amazing. The next thing are these reusable cotton breast pads. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't live without these. Even now, I still use these, but especially in the beginning, you leak so much. I did not know that you could leak that much. When it first comes in, it's just so much, and then eventually your body like regulates. Like now it doesn't as much, but in the beginning it was just like, oh my gosh, how am I ever gonna go out in public again? It would be like 30 minutes and then I would just like start to like leak. I'm like, what the heck? I would go to bed at night and like not feed my baby for like 2-3 hours, literally like a puddle of milk on the sheets. I had to wash the sheets like literally every day. It was insane. So I have like 25-30 of these because I would go through them so quick. I had to double them up. Sorry, I'm talking fast. I'm just really excited about these. And I like that these are super soft. So like paired with the nipple butter, you just kind of lather that on and then put these on there. It is amazing because like I said, even clothes like rubbing on there would hurt. So, and I like that they're reusable. I know that there are also some that are disposable, but one, these are better for the environment, and two, I feel like these are more comfortable. Like the cotton and the softness, I feel like it's just way more comfortable, and it's not even a big deal to wash. So get yourself a good pack of these. They are incredible. The next thing that I would use in the early days is some coconut oil. This I just got on Amazon. It's just 100% coconut oil, and the lactation consultant did recommend this. So mixed with the nipple butter, I would also just like put a squirt of this and just like rub it all over, which helps so much. One, for like the initial pain with your milk coming in, and two, just like to kind of soothe your nipples because they are so sore. I would just do this like all night long after each feed because in the beginning they eat quite a bit. This was really, really helpful. This next thing is something that I purchased that first week because they were sore. So these are just, they're just like these little ball things inside that you can put either in the microwave or you can put them in the freezer. So if it's like, if you need some soothing hot, or you can do like a soothing cool, if that makes sense. And these were really helpful in the beginning when they're just incredibly sore. The other thing is some prenatal multivitamins. So the ones that you were taking during your pregnancy are just fine. I didn't know that you would have to keep taking them after having the baby, but you do. The doctor recommended them, so they're just great. Pick one that you like. I like this one. You still take them every day, so make sure you're stocked up on these guys. Moving on to like bra type things. So I would consider myself more of a minimalist. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get like one nursing bra. So I went to Target a couple weeks before my baby was born and got one of those that like it pulls down with the little strap thing. And I was like, oh, perfect, that'll be great. And then I also had some ones from ARC. Well, those were awesome, but in the beginning, I was leaking through my bras. I would go through like 3 a day. And I'm like, I can't keep up with this just because the milk supply was just crazy. So I ended up going on Amazon that first week and bought like a 3-pack. So they just look like this. They're the same concept as the one I got at Target, but I have 4 now. So wow, I have 4 bras. Whoa. Just has this little strap thing that you can do that. But yeah, really comfortable. There's like no wires or anything, so these ones were great. And then I love my ARC bra. Sorry, it's like all wrinkly. I have 3 of these. I have it in a white, a green, and a pink. So these are really great. I literally wear these every day. So I usually just wear it with like this, with this inside, one of these or 2 of those. And I wear them out or at home, but these ones are great. They're very soft. Get a couple bras that are good for nursing too. Alright, and these last 2 things are not necessarily like essentials, but they were nice to have. So the first week I was home, the hospital had given me like one of those just hospital robe type things, and I've never actually owned like a bathrobe. I remember in the mornings I would like take a shower and then put on this like hospital robe and just walk around the house with like the hawkas on both sides because they were just dripping, and I'm just like, this is my life now. So I ended up, was like, well, maybe I should invest in like a nicer robe. So I did buy the Oddbird robe, by the way. Love everything from Oddbird. They are an expensive company, but I like that it's more of like an investment. And so it's something that I know that I'll keep for like hopefully 5 years at least. So I like to kind of spend my money on like some nice things every once in a while. So for sure, I really enjoyed the Oddbird robe. I still use it like every time I take a shower. So it's really nice to kind of have as like a luxury item, you know? Like I just gave birth, I'm like in this nice robe. The second thing is get yourself a good set of loungewear, pajama wear type thing. I did purchase the Stork loungewear when I was pregnant. It's like this maternity set, and I still wear it now, and I really used it a lot too in that initial beginning, because you just kind of want something where you feel a little bit good about yourself. You know, you're like super sleep deprived, you're just sore on all areas, and it just feels good to have like a good set of loungewear, pajama wear type thing that you can feel a little bit dressed up even though you're just at home. Well, that's basically it for the postpartum care essentials. I hope that you guys liked this video. I hope it was helpful for you and kind of made you feel a little bit more confident going into giving birth and the postpartum season. Be sure to let me know in the comments if you have any questions about anything I mentioned or just anything in general, because that's cool too. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It truly means a lot, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Be sure to subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.